people. We acknowledge the enduring presence and the deep traditional knowledge and philosophies of the Indigenous peoples with whom we share this land today. Are there any declarations of pecuniary interest in accordance with the municipal conflict of interest? Seeing none, I think I'm going to hand this over to our CEO to make an announcement.
Thanks, Mayor Nowak. I'd just like to introduce to council Wanda Schaefer. Wanda's joining us tonight. She is our interim manager of recreation, filling in since we've had a vacancy in the director role. So Wanda will be presenting a director's update later on in the meeting tonight. So I want to welcome Wanda to the township.
Welcome. Okay. No presentations. Recommendation of the Council of Township of Wellesley accept Nate Van Geest and Anita Infide as delegations. Could I have a motion to that effect? Moved by Councillor Wagner, second by Councillor Seven. All in favor, and that's carried. And you have the floor.
All right. Good evening, Mayor and members of Council. Thank you for meeting with us today. My name is Anita Ifadi. I'm a development manager at Renewable Energy Systems Canada, also known as RES, and with me is Nate Van Geest, our Director of Development. We appreciate the opportunity to introduce ourselves and provide some context as to why we're here, especially with Ontario's growing electricity needs, as well as begin early conversations with the township and explain why we believe the township is an ideal opportunity, provides an ideal opportunity for wind energy development. Next slide, please. We've done some introductions and we want to briefly walk through our experience in Canada, as well as why Ontario is seeing a growing demand for energy generation projects, why we believe Township of Wellesley is an ideal location for wind energy projects, as well as our siting considerations, the development process, the community and municipal engagement approach, as well as the community benefits, and we'll leave some time for discussions and questions. Next slide, please. RES is one of the largest development companies in renewable energy development. We are active in 24 countries and we have over 40 years of experience worldwide. We've developed minimum 29 gigawatts of renewable energy projects across the world, as well as we are well versed in wind, solar, storage, and transmission and distribution infrastructure. Next slide, please. In Canada alone, we have offices in Montreal, Calgary, and Toronto. We are actively developing across Canada in wind, solar, and battery energy storage project. We have 10 projects in Ontario alone, and these are diverse with wind, battery energy, and solar projects. And we ensure that we have successful agreements with First Nation communities, as well as we have notable projects in North Kent, South Kent. These are all in municipality of Chatham-Kent, and we have a project in Oxford County, which is called the Guns Hill Wind Farm. Next slide, please. The reason why conversations like these are happening across Ontario is because we are entering a period of significant demand increase. Wind energy remains one of the lowest cost energy options, as well as the lowest non-emitting sources to develop energy. The IESO, the Independent Electricity Systems Operator, forecasts that this increase in demand is going to be growing by around 65% by 2050. To combat this demand and to meet this need, the IESO has released a series of competitive procurements, and we are going to be applying to one of these procurements, which is the upcoming LT2 procurement. And developers are going to be bidding their projects to this procurement, and projects are developed and financed with private capital. Next slide, please. We want to take you through why we believe the Township of Wellesley is an ideal location. It has really good wind resource in the area. It has minimum 7 meter per second wind speed, it's really, really close to transmission infrastructure that has capacity on it. The land configuration is well suited for construction and operation, as well as conversation with staff suggests that there is an opportunity to advance wind energy development in the community. Next slide, please. Projects like these ensure that we are meeting a lot of the provincial regulations. We are ensuring that we are following the provincial noise regulation by following the right setback rules so that we're ensuring that it's not close to housing and residents, and we're ensuring that we're putting the safety of the residents at high priority. Next slide, please. We're really early in the conversations right now. At this stage, we have identified the municipality, and we are having ongoing conversations, ensuring that we are, keeping conversations transparent and open. We just want to see the appetite, and we want to see if the township is okay and willing for us to proceed with exploring further what the opportunities are within the township. Next slide, please. Our community engagement and Indigenous engagement is based on 4 principles. We ensure that we're listening, we're transparent, and we're respectful of the communities in which we collaborate with. We ensure that we are fair with the communities that we collaborate collaborate with, and we ensure that we are taking a lot of the feedback from the communities that we collaborate with, especially with regards to engaging with a lot of the landowners, a lot of the technical experts, and a lot of the community, the council staff and the community staff. Next slide, please. Projects like these can unlock a lot of benefits. One of them is the increase in property tax revenue for the municipality, as well as land leases for the landowners who decide to host some of our projects. There's opportunities in terms of job creations during construction and operations of the project. There's opportunity for equity ownership so that the township is able to partner with us in owning a piece of the project and get that direct financial benefit. And there is an opportunity to, put together a community benefit fund that will prioritize the priorities of the township. Next slide, please. Thank you for your time. We are open to feedback and open to questions. We want to hear from you. We want to see what this looks like. We want to know if the township is open to such opportunities, and we are open to taking this feedback as we progress in development. Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation, Council. Yes, Councillor Hargett.
What would the minimum number of turbines be to proceed with the project?
Utility scale projects like this, we look at around 20 to 30 turbines within the township. If we're looking at around a 200 megawatt project, that's around minimum 20 turbines, 20 to 30 turbines.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Yes.
What would the average income be for the landowner?
The average income for the landowner, land leases like this, we would have to do a study where we get a third-party consultant to look at what the land value is in the area, as well as looking at, if the landowners were supposed to be using the space, what the capital loss for that is in us using the space for the landowner, and then we would be able to create a revenue amount for the landowner. Right now, we don't have a set amount, but we would get a third-party consultant to do that evaluation, and through consultation with the landowners, we'll be able to arrive at an ideal value that would be best suited for the land.
And they would know that before signing, obviously.
Oh, for sure, they would definitely be informed.
Okay, thank you.
Questions? Oh, Councillor Brick.
Yes, thank you for that presentation. You spoke about there could be a tax incentive for the township, increase of taxes. Can you explain how that would work?
Yes, so property tax revenue in the millions of dollars would be paid from the project to the township because we are operating on the land. So, and the land is within the Township of Wellesley. So that tax would be directly paid to the Township of Wellesley.
Maybe just on that. So the landowner continues to own the land, you lease from there, and then it operates as a business within the township. Is that
Yes, so we lease the land from the landowner. The landowner continues to own the land, and then the business expense, the tax implication from that business expense from leasing and operating the business on the land will be sent to the township.
Nate, can we get you to the microphone because
Yes.
people watching online can't hear?
Effectively, as you're operating from a different tax classification, which will increase over agricultural, there's greater revenue for the township.
So the landowner's taxes would essentially increase and the subsidy or the payment would help.
We pay that.
So we would see it not from you guys, but from the homeowner in terms of their zoning.
Yeah, there's a few different ways you could do. There's a few different ways you could do it, but yes, it flows. It could flow from the landowner directly to the township, and then we of course pay the increase.
Thanks.
Questions? Yeah, would you make a comment? I just wanted to get some direction whether you.
Yeah, certainly. So I think what RES is hoping to hear from council tonight is, do you believe there's enough support from the township for them to continue their planning activities, or do you think this is a non-starter? You don't have to answer that tonight, obviously. If you want to take some time, and we can formulate a response to them as well. I think that's what's really being sought for.
Okay. Yes, Councilor Brick.
Just maybe a comment. I think obviously this bears with it a lot of conversation and change within our community. So I mean, we've got this on Thursday last week and I'm aware, but the members of the community, this is news to them. And I think it'll take time to get out and spread across the community. So like, I certainly don't feel comfortable making a statement now. However, it is interesting to hear about the project, but I think it's going to take time within the community from my perspective for people to hear about it and get true feedback. So
If I may, the next step, very tangibly, would be to put instrumentation down on somebody's property, at least which we would pay for. And that instrumentation sits there for a year. And that's it. So it's a very slow, easy start. And that gives us time to talk to the community, talk to council, engage, and ensure that there's support. This is the first small step that we're asking for, and definitely not the last time we will be here.
Councilor Wagner.
Rick, to date, have we had anyone reach out from the community interested in this type, even though this is the kind of the first we're hearing about it? Has anybody reached out before?
Not to my knowledge. They wouldn't typically approach the township for this because we're not a provider of wind energy. Normally this would come from a company such as RES who would approach the landowners.
And have you had any landowners in the Township of Wellesley approach you?
We haven't had any landowners in the Township of Wellesley approach us. Like Nate had mentioned, the next step is for us, when we see that the township is well on board and are supportive of us proceeding to collecting data, we will then reach out to the landowners in which that instrumentation is going to be on their land to have that conversation. So we're just wanting to just gauge the appetite and the interest.
Okay, thank you.
Council. Councilor Seven.
Would it be possible to get feedback from other municipalities that have had wind energy?
Yes. Earlier, so before today, we had communicated and consulted with municipal staff, and we did share some of our references. So I would definitely follow through and send out those references as well. We've done projects in the municipality of Chatham-Kent, in Oxford County, just to name a few in Ontario. And we can definitely share that information with you to get some feedback and some references for sure.
That's Councilor Herget.
If you were to proceed after this evening, how many landowners would you approach to put your instruments up?
Instrumentation is just one landowner. So But before that, part of the process in identifying the best site for instrumentation is, surveying the land, surveying the area, which I've done. I've been in the municipality, just looking around, ensuring, like, gauging the wind data. But just in terms of placing the instrumentation, the LiDAR, it would really just be one landowner.
Okay, thank you. I guess that might kind of get the word out if they're driving around talking to landowners or
Yeah.
looking for a spot.
Okay, any other questions? So my sense is that council's not ready to make a firm commitment to go past this initial stage. But I don't think we have to stop the conversation at this point. If you could provide some of the information that Councillor Seven has brought forward, requested, that would be help. We could ask staff to maybe look into those types of responses that you've had from other communities and get a better picture of a better idea of the whole picture. So maybe that would be sort of a half a step ahead.
Yes, for sure. I can definitely follow up with the CAO with Councillor Seven's request, and yeah, we can go from there.
Okay, thank you very much for your
Thank you very much.
presentation.
Thank you.
Okay. I think we have a staff presentation. We're going to move right to the staff presentation.
Call up Captain Andrew McLeod. Maybe Mr. Mayor, Council. Seems we just did one of these recently. We have a busy year. So first off, I'd like to acknowledge for tonight, obviously we have quite a few firefighters in the fire world. We were kind of holding off on them because they did have a call literally as we were waiting to come in. So as you can see, they're half dressed and half ready to fight a fire. And we have a distinguished guest, Doug Kellum is our representative in our area from the fire marshal's office. So before I get going, I'd just like to welcome everybody. The fire service has 2 medals awarded for service. The Governor General's Exemplary Service Medal, given to firefighters at the 20-year mark in the province of Ontario. For the Governor General, and then the province of Ontario's Fire Service Long Service Medal, awarded at 25 years. Tonight, I'm presenting the Long Service Medal to Captain Andrew McLeod. Andrew's based out of Station 51 in Linwood. He holds the rank of captain and is also the station trainer in Linwood. Andrew's been instrumental in our recruit training program and has been overseeing the recruit training program for the last 5 years. Andrew started his career as a volunteer with the Cobequid District Fire Brigade in Nova Scotia before moving into his role with the Township of Wellesley. Tonight, on behalf of the Fire Marshal John Pegg and the Township of Wellesley, I am honored to present Andrew Doc McLeod with this medal celebrating 25 years of dedicated selfless service to his community.
All before the age of 40.
Sorry?
All before the age of 40.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah. So, Andrew. Want to get some pictures?
Sure.
That's it. Thank you. Everything.
At your chair?
Something you said?
It's yours. No, this is. Okay, keep going. So we're gonna go right to recreation, Counselor Wagner.
Thank you. 7.1 Recreation Advisory Committee. We don't have any minutes yet from that. We did just meet last night, and so I would suspect that we will have something coming forward. 7.2 Staff Reports. I also don't believe we have any of those. So I will go to 7.3, the Director Update.
Hi, short and sweet here. Just thought I'd let you know that everybody probably knows Hawksville Playground was installed, and they're happy. The fence as of last night hadn't been taken out, but I teased them that little kids are probably waiting for it to be open, so they were happy with that.
I think Bob was going to leave the meeting last night and go and take it down.
Do
but
it,
I'm not
okay.
sure if he did or not. So.
That's great. And Jeremy, the program coordinator, offered home alone courses and babysitting courses for the first time, I understand, in the township, and they both were full. So they'll be offering that again. And he's also found some instructors for Hawksville. So we're going to do some try-it programs in Hawksville and Linwood, which I hope will sit well. One last thing, per the master plan, one of many points was city staff were to meet with program providers in the rec complex. So we've set a date for that the providers we have there from Wilmot Health Center, community care, ourselves, early on years, we'll all be meeting just to discuss how we're meeting the needs of the Township of Wellesley in programming.
That's good. Thank you. Does anybody have any questions? Councillor Brick.
Thank you, Councillor Wagner. Just one, maybe, I think this week there was a kind of media blitz about the funding that we received.
It was for the active seniors living center.
Active seniors living, maybe just expand, like, I think we talked about that a while ago, but.
Yeah, I don't have all the details on that one, but that's Community Care Concepts
Through that, okay.
gets that grant to expand their programming opportunities in the active living center.
Thanks. Just on that, I noticed when they announced who got the money, it's $55,000 up roughly, but it was Wellesley twice. It was Wellesley getting 55 and then Wellesley Center getting 55. And I was a little bit confused on how that is. I'm wondering if there's an we only have the one active living center.
We do only have the one active living center. However, we do have the program for the satellite communities where they do the programming in St. Clements and Linwood and Hawksville as well, I think.
Okay, so that.
Yep.
So we do have the
They do.
rural program as well as the seniors active living center in the recreation complex. So it is two different programs.
Oh, perfect. Much appreciated. And
That's it for me. It's all yours now.
okay, planning and development, Councillor Brick.
P&D 8/2026, the 2025 report on fees from the building department. Received for information, the recommendation that the council of the Township of Wellesley accept this report for information. May I have a mover? It's right there, secondary Councillor Seven. Would staff like to bring this presentation forward?
Certainly. Thank you, Councillor Brick. Just a yearly update on the building financials. The numbers sort of tell the story. 2025 was a slower revenue year again, so the reserve that the building department carries is for years just like this. And certainly take any questions regarding any of that.
Thank you. Any questions for staff? That's very good.
How are you looking for 2026 so far?
So far, we're probably still going to come under the total costs of doing business. I would say so far we're doing a little bit better than last year. Not much. What we're what we've been shy this year, last year, the year before, is residential development, which a lot of the province has seen the slowdown in residential. It's really been the difference. We used to average about 30 homes a year, which would equate to about $100,000 to $120,000 a year in permit revenue, and that's exactly what we were down last year. So far this year, I think we've issued 3 residential homes, and they've primarily been on farms and reconstructing homes. So,
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? I'll call a question. All those in favor? Carried unanimous. I don't know if your director's updated at all. Got Tim or no? All right. Thank you.
Okay, I'll move to Road and Bridge, Councillor Herget.
Thank you, Mayor Nowak. Does the director have an update?
Yes, thank you, Councillor Herget. Just briefly on several projects we have on the go currently. Bridge 1 out on Road 116 should be complete tomorrow. So they're hoping to reopen that road tomorrow. The culvert replacement on Moser Young Road, we have a tentative start date for that for mid-August. Should only be closed for a couple of weeks. They are trying to hopefully have it done prior to the start of school. It may leak into that first week of school, however. The asphalt tender work is tentatively scheduled for July 6th. So about 2 weeks from now. Our OSM structural inspections are complete for the year. Our annual sign inspections started today. Our storm sewer camera inspections are still ongoing for the phase 1, which is this year's work, and then there's next year's work as well. We received our electric pickup truck, so we have that in service now to replace the old bylaw vehicle. So that's exciting. And that all of that is not related to our in-house frontline staff. They've just completed the graveling for the year and the dust suppressant as well, other than the one block that is closed because of the bridge construction up on Road 116. So that'll get, once that road is open, they'll schedule that gravel and dust up there. And our roadside mowing has started. We had one breakdown early in the year here with the mower, but it's up and running now. So we've got that going as well. And so it's just business as usual for us. That's about it.
Thank you. Any questions for the director? I have one question. Is the bridge in Hawksville being refurbished this year?
No, this year is just an engineering year that it's going to be going on next year. There is a site or a page on our Engage site that has some information for it, but that we're planning construction for the rehabilitation of that big bridge. It's the largest bridge we have in the township for 2027.
Okay. And the park and Peter Street public meeting is July 16th.
Excellent point. Yep, I missed that one. I should have brought that up. Yes, that's scheduled for July 16th. It's a public open house. Kind of, we'll have the concept design drawings for that reconstruction.
And that's in St. Clements at what time? At what time?
From 5 till 7. Again, there's a site on our Engage page that has all that detail as well.
Okay, thank you. That's it.
Okay, we will move to Property and Fire, Councillor Seven.
Thanks, Mayor Nowak. No staff reports. So Chief Redmond, do you have an update for us?
Thank you, Councillor Seven. Quite a few actually for fire, so I'll try to be concise and quickly if they're here. Recruits are on the trucks. Welcome to at Station 51 Linwood, Peter Brown and Keenan Wilker. Station 52 in St. Clements has 2 new firefighters, Blake Meyer and Shannon Rhea, and 4 new firefighters at Station 53 in Wellesley, Lewis Ark, Dylan Dryden Francesco, Melissa Murphy, and Andrew Schatz. They all complete their hazardous materials operations course this fall and write their exams and then be NFPA certified level 2 firefighters. Our firefighters are now trained. There's a booklet that's just, you want to feel like taking a look at it. That's our new handbook. Our firefighters are now trained under our base hospital at Hamilton Health Sciences, CPER, which is the Center for Paramedic Education and Research, to administer naloxone for opioid toxicity and overdoses and epinephrine for severe allergic reactions. And these are now being carried on our frontline trucks. We started that a few weeks ago. We have received a $30,000 grant from Firehouse Subs, second one we've had there. We go every year and a half to 2 years. We're receiving Paratech Hydrofusion Rescue Struts. What they do is they are hand pumps. They do custom small lifting. They're very efficient between passenger cars, large trucks, farm equipment, and they'll help out our rescue efforts quite a bit. And we're hoping to see those in the fall. We have also received 3 sensory kits from North City Insurance Brokers. These are coming around. You feel free to open that up and take a look. What these are called sensory kits. They are for neurodivergent patients, children with Asperger's on the spectrum. There's some tactile things in there, some earphones and that sort of thing. So we have 3 going on one truck, and those are from the Fire Marshal's Public Safety Safety Council and North City Insurance Brokers. 3 of our truck committee were flown down to St. George, Quebec to do a final inspection of the new pumper a week and a half ago. And we expect to see that here the next week or 2, and then in service soon after that. We're hoping, fingers crossed, that we'll see that actually respond to the calls before the long weekend in August, if we can get it equipment moved over and get everybody trained up on it. So we're hoping to see that soon. That's the truck that council approved last summer, almost around this time. Another good news story from last year's $48,000 grant from the Ontario Fire Marshal for cancer prevention in the fire service. We received 3 bunker gear dryers. So we have industrial washers to wash our gear. You could probably smell the gear as the firefighters came in after they fire, so they wash that. And then these are gear dryers. They can dry 6 pairs of gear. They'll get our gear back in service a lot faster after fire services. And what it does is the more they clean that, the more proactive it is for cancer prevention to wash off the contaminants on that. So those are being installed as we speak. And then the last one I have for you is our FireFit team, which has been off the ground again for the last 2 or 3 years and a lot of engagement. We have Ryan Good, Matthew Weber, Michael Schultz, Isaac Miller, and David Ubrich. They were out in Saskatchewan last week, and they did a fantastic job. They did a few personal bests, and they received silver for the Township of Wellesley in the relay. And that's all I have.
Any questions? I actually have one for you. Is there any update on the equipment that was stolen from the Linwood fire?
The equipment has been replaced through insurance. As far as I know, the investigation is still going. It actually spread out quite a bit when I was involved speaking with the detective. And we fanned it out through the Ontario Association of Fire Chiefs. So this November, during the Chiefs Conference, I've been asked to sit on a committee with Fire Chief Burridge in Ajax and another fire chief that recently has had a break-in, and we're going to do a presentation on that. Because of the break-in and how specific it was, the police actually sent it out at all points to the departments everywhere. We have followed up with Waterloo Regional Police to do what's called the SEPTED. It's a security. We've walked around the Linwood station and what we can do. We've already installed some motion detector lights and that sort of things. And then obviously we're looking at the more hard permanent things such as fob access and cameras. So we are doing some policy changes. So there's a lot of moving parts to this, but I don't have an update on the investigation. It's still the police, but we certainly moving forward and we're back in business. All the equipment's replaced.
That's basically what I was wondering, is if the equipment was replaced and you're ready to.
Yeah, as soon as we had the quotes, the receipts, we were able to go ahead with it.
Good.
We got it quickly.
So thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, we'll move to admin and finance, and we do have some staff reports. AFMP 28-2026 Artificial Intelligence Governance Policy. The recommendation is that the Council of the Township of Wellesley approve the Artificial Intelligence Governance Policy as presented. Have a mover for that, please. Councillor Brick, second by Councillor Herget. And who will bring that forward? Yes.
Thanks, Mayor and Council. So this AI governance policy establishes a clear and practical framework for how the township can safely and responsibly use emerging AI tools in our day-to-day operations. The intent is not to restrict innovation, but to enable it in a controlled way, ensuring that any use of AI protects resident and municipal information. The policy emphasizes that staff remain fully responsible for their work, with AI serving only as a support tool, not a decision maker, and outlines firm guardrails, including prohibitions on using confidential data or relying on AI for hiring decisions. It also formalizes approval of secure tools, requires disclosure where AI is substantially used, and introduces a framework to guide staff in ethical, secure, and effective use. Overall, this policy positions the township to take advantage of efficiency gains while managing risk appropriately.
Questions? No questions? Call the question. All in favor? And that's carried. AF&P 29-2026 is Treasurer Statement Development Charge Reserve Funds for Information. I need a motion that the Council of the Township of Wellesley accept this report for information. Moved by Councillor Wagner, second by Councillor Seven. And I'm assuming you'll bring that forward.
Right, thank you, Mayor. So this treasurer statement provides an overview of the township's development charges reserve funds for 2025 and confirms that funds are being collected and used in accordance with the Development Charges Act. The year began with a total reserve balance of approximately 1.37 million and saw about 209,000 in new revenues, including roughly 160,000 from development charges and 50,000 in interest. During the year, approximately 200,000 was allocated toward growth-related capital projects and studies, including the official plan, a transportation master plan, and recreation and infrastructure initiatives. As a result, the closing balance increased slightly to 1.38 million, indicating that reserves remain stable and continue to support future growth. Overall, this report demonstrates that growth-related funding is being managed responsibly, with revenues closely aligned to eligible expenditures that support the township's long-term infrastructure and planning needs.
Sounds good.
Happy to
Questions?
take any questions.
No questions once again. Call the question. All in favor? And that's carried. Thank you for the report. And we go to AF&P 30-2026. This was the poll of council regarding the lowering of the flags in recognition of the tragedy in Mapleton Township. The poll was conducted June 15th, 2026. This is for information. The poll question was, I'll read that the Council of the Township of Wellesley approved flags to be flown at half-mast at the Township Administration Office, Council Chambers, and Township Fire Stations in recognition of the tragic loss of life that occurred on Friday, June 12th, 2026 in Mapleton Township. And further, the flags remain at half-mast until sunset on Friday, June 19th, 2026. And the results of the poll were 5 in favor, so I don't think we need a motion. Director's update.
Sure, thank you, Mayor. So following the M&P council presentation in the last council meeting, finance staff have completed all the work with external auditors for another year. Likewise, the FIR, the financial information return, has been completed and submitted. The team is now transitioning out of the busiest financial reporting period and returning focus to day-to-day operations and ongoing service delivery. Happy to take any questions.
So information, thank you. Information package, update on the IESO. Who brought that forward? Tim, and he's not here to speak to it. Okay, so we'll hold off. Can we forward that for the next meeting? Unfinished business, next meeting, council, July 7th, council meeting, August 18th, committee of the whole meeting, September 8th. Motion to adjourn, Councillor Wagner,